Where we left off last time is we created essentially a 3D model, and we textured it inside of Blender. And this is our little gumball 3D model. And let's see here. Let's go back into Blender and take a look at adding a few more maps. Now, if we'd like to give our character more of a matted look and make the eyes a little more reflective, what we can do is we can add a metallic map and a roughness map, and this will create the reflection. It can make his eyes look like mirrors, or more specular or more flat. So let's go ahead and go over to texture painting over here and take a look at adding a and if you don't see this, you just click on the top tab, adding first a metallic map, or we'll just go down the line and we'll go to roughness. Now you'll notice that it comes off gray here. So if I hit OK, you don't notice much, but let's go all the way to black. And I'm going to hit F to focus to expand this. And now look at, so let's make sure that we're on that metallic roughness map. Notice what happens to his head compared to his legs as I paint this out all black. Notice it looks like a mirror. Now if you'd like it to be less reflective, I bring this all the way up and I paint this white, notice that it removes almost all of that reflective quality, and the character ends up looking sort of flat. So what I'd like to do is essentially give his eyes a little bit of reflection. So let's kind of clean all this up in here. So I'm just going to go a little bit towards the darkness, and just on where the eyes are, I'm just going to paint in a little bit here. So let's go a little bit more than that, just so it's a little more prominent. We could see it a little bit better in O3DE. And if you're also not seeing it, you can hit Z and make sure you're in material preview here. Actually, let's go much more than that. I just really want you to be able to see it when we go into our viewer. Actually, if we go to render, yeah, I don't have any lights in here, so oops, let's undo that one. Now let's add another one. We're going to add the metallic map. Now this is the difference between that and roughness is with your metallic map is it gives it a sort of specularity. So let's paint over in that same area white, and you can see that it gives it a high level of specularity. It's very shiny. Whereas the metallic map makes it seem almost like a mirror. See, and I'm really just kind of like hitting around the eyes. And you can see right off the bat that really makes it pop. Now what I'm going to do is on my material here, my metallic material, I'm just going to go ahead and save this out. And we can either hit Alt S or let's see. Oh, here, image, and then we can do save. So let me go ahead and save each one of these. I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to save my metallic and my roughness, and we'll jump back in O3DE. All right, so here we are back in O3DE. Now there's a couple of ways that we can open up our material. You can click on the icon here for the material editor. You can also double click this. Tools here, you can hit M and you can open the material editor here as well. I'm going to just double click this one so that I'm opening up this specific material. All right, so let's position this as well so that we can see a little bit more of our gumball character here. And really what I'm just sort of focusing on is so you can see hooking up those reflection metallic maps on the eyes. So down over here, you'll see that we have a slot for metallic and we have another slot for roughness, and we have our rough material here in our metallic. So let's just go ahead and drag that in there. And then I'm going to drag my roughness map into here. And let's see it update in the viewport. All right, so if you, for whatever reason, don't see it update right away, just grab your material and drop it in there to reset it. And you can see here that it's behaving much the same way that it did inside of Blender. You can see we're getting the shininess in the eyes, things like that, which is pretty nice. So that's another way of doing it. I think in the next video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover how to rig our character and maybe do a basic walk cycle and how to bring that inside of O3DE.